Do this weekly and you will never be underpaid ever again. My name's Emily Durham and I love money. But in addition to that, I'm an ex-recruiter turned career coach, careers podcaster, careers TV and radio commentator. We do a lot of talking about careers and money to make sure that you feel set up for success. Now here's the thing, a lot of y'all are underpaid and you don't even realize it. That's actually the most dangerous way that you can be underpaid. Sometimes it's obvious because we're like, the amount that I'm working is not adding up to the amount that I'm earning, but sometimes it's a little bit more sneaky than that. I'll put it to you in simple terms. Inflation continues to rise. Every single year, for some reason, the cost of bread keeps going up. And interestingly enough, your salary hasn't matched that raise in inflation. To put it bluntly, in this economy, if you are not receiving a raise every year and a half to maximum 2 years, you're being underpaid. Ideally, you never have to sit down with your boss and ask for a raise. It's uncomfortable, it can feel a little bit anxiety inducing, and wouldn't it be nice if your hard work was just easily recognized and didn't need like a whole song and dance in order to get you compensated how you deserve? No matter your industry or your skill level, this one simple solution is going to get you paid to the point where you're not even gonna have to ask or beg for a raise every single year, because mama, it's gonna be obvious. Let me introduce you to the I did that list. I love this list. This is a list that you maintain every single week where you keep track of everything you have done that has been positive at work. And you might hear that and go, I don't know what the hell to write. I'm just filing paperwork, or I'm just recruiting people. I'm just working in finance. No. We are not minimizing the work that you're doing. I want you to have a sheet that looks like this, and I'm gonna put this on screen. I want you to document specifically what you were working on, what the details were, why it went well, what the results were. Do you have any quotes from customers, any quotes from your coworkers, any positive feedback? I want you keeping a running list of every single thing you do that is good. Every single thing. So instead of begging for a raise at the end of every single year, which honestly has its own risks attached to it, if this is the first time your boss is hearing that you want a promotion or a raise, it might be too late, there might not be budget, they might not feel like they have enough evidence to support that decision. The more notice you give your boss about your desires for more pay or more responsibility, the better. What we do instead is create a consistent case so that it's very difficult for people to forget your value, but also very difficult to forget what you want, which in case you forgot, is to make a shit ton of money. If you don't already have one-on-one meetings set with your manager once a week at minimum or bi-weekly, set those bad boys up. Those are really good career hygiene. It's a great way to understand if they have feedback for you. You can provide updates on projects. No matter what, you need to have one-on-ones with your boss. If you already have those, or if you're popping those into the calendar, what I want you to do is think about how you leverage your I did that list into this conversation. And what I hear from a lot of people is like, Emily, I'm not gonna sit there and just ramble, right? I'm not gonna sit there and ramble about, oh, I did this, and then I did this, please love me, please see my worth, blah, blah, blah. No, we're not gonna do that. We're gonna be much more strategic than that. At the beginning of every single one-on-one, you're going to tell your boss, hey, I have some updates for you on the business. Would it be helpful if I just did 5 minutes and ran through them? Realistically, your boss wants to know what you're working on, so they're gonna say yes. And you will provide updates on your role. We completed this project, we rolled this out, but the kicker is, at the end of you providing those updates, you're gonna provide the results. We rolled out that project and the team was really happy. The HR manager actually reached out and said it was one of the best training sessions we've ever had, and we had over an 80% success rate. So not only is your boss getting proactive updates about what's going on their team, they're understanding your direct contribution. When you do this week over week over week in this sly, not pushy, not beggy way, because we don't beg over here, your boss just automatically associates you with being a strong storyteller with a reputation for success. If you are consistent and do this every single week, when your boss has to review the performance of their team, or more specifically the salary and compensation of their team, which at most major organizations happens at least once, but sometimes up to twice a year, you're already going to be top of mind. Through repetition alone, if your boss continues to hear positive feedback about you, they're going to assume you are a good employee. If your boss is good at their job, chances are you're never going to have to ask for that raise again because you're telling meaningful stories. If your boss isn't helpful, this still sets you up for more success than if you didn't do this weekly. I would highly recommend 4 or 5 months in advance of your company's promotion or raise season, sit down with your boss and ask for candid feedback. You're gonna say, thanks for all these opportunities. I've really been enjoying this role. Is there any advice you would give me or any feedback you have about my performance specifically? If you're doing well, well. They're gonna tell you maybe some like pieces of constructive feedback, and the rest is gonna be a shining review, which I love for you. And then that's when you can say, that's incredible, I'm really happy to hear that. I just wanted to touch base based on kind of where the economy is heading and how my role has continued to grow. Do we think there's an opportunity to review my compensation in review season over the next few months? And then you stop talking. You haven't put yourself in a position to explicitly ask for a raise or ask for the promotion, which sometimes is uncomfortable. Instead, what you're doing is saying, hey, big boss, hey, I love working with you, and I love doing this job. And if you remember from every meeting we've had for the last few months, I'm really good at this. Do you think there's anything you can do to keep me happy? Now, a decent boss is gonna hear that and is gonna say, yep, I'm on it. Or, you know what, great question, let me check, I'll get back to you. Or if they're a lying loser, they're gonna end up being like, well, I don't know, there's no money this year, there's no money this year. If you hear that, they're going to dick you around. That's a promise. I have a personal philosophy. And you don't have to adopt this, but this is what I have kind of lived with in my career. You can dick me around for a year. You can't dick me around for a year and a half. And that goes for career and men. Damn it. But if you as my manager are telling me we don't have budget this year, but we will early next year, okay. I'm gonna give you the year, but the second it hits a year and a half where I haven't gotten a raise, I know that's no longer about budget. I know it's not about me, being a good candidate. It's about this company is whack, and that's not my problem. So I'm gonna exit stage left. Thank you very much. There it is. All the people who get paid are regularly updating their boss about their achievements, specifically through this ongoing list at the beginning of their one-on-ones. However, it wouldn't be one of my videos if I didn't have a little bonus tip for you. I just think this is like a very good piece of advice. If for whatever reason you don't have one-on-ones and that's not a thing at your company, or you're just like, I can't do this, I'm embarrassed, I'm uncomfortable, do a bi-weekly email update. Oh, fuck yeah, do a bi-weekly email update. Email your boss and say, just wanted to keep you in the loop about some of our upcoming projects and some of our deliverables. You provide updates. You frame it as, I'm just keeping you aware of where the business is. I'm just keeping you aware of these projects. And at the end you say, and FYI, just wanted to share some feedback. I'm really happy to receive it. And you do boop, 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 bullet points, 80% success rate, this person said this person said that, and you're framing it as, I'm just keeping you in the loop. As someone who has worked in human resources for her whole career, as someone who now works in like a coaching and advisory capacity, this is what I do. This is the stuff that works. If you have questions, if you want advice on anything, y'all, consider me your internet big sister. Hit me in the comments. Let me know what it is, because I'd love to be there to support you. Thank you for being here. I will talk to you in my next video. Oh wait, hold on. Why haven't you liked and subscribed? Do you know how rude that is? That's not rude, I just really want to hang out with you again. Is that okay? Okay, love you.